Welcome to the In My Humble Opinion podcast, a podcast that looks to discuss it.
Welcome, listeners. Come with us on a magical journey to a world very different from our own. Adventure awaits our plucky hero and their sidekick, who they really didn't want to join along, but they somehow managed to get their way in the end. Sit back and relax and enjoy the first ever, in my humble opinion, adventure special.
Hello. Welcome to an In My Humble Opinion special episode. My name is Paul.
My name is Rob.
Hi, Rob. How you doing?
I'm not bad. You? I am nervous, mate.
I know
I
you
don't
are.
know what the fuck is going to happen today.
Not at all, no. So, I will fill you in on why today is such a special episode. So, we are going to be doing a Dungeons and Dragons style story. So,
Yes.
I have sent you some details and you're aware of who you are, but that is it. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. I've made the character within the confinements of which you've allowed me.
Yes,
But,
yes.
yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
That's it,
Unknowing,
yeah.
scared like a babe in the woods you are today. And I'm the wolf.
So you
prowling.
are.
I'm prowling on the outskirts of the wood. But yes, so we are going to be going through a Dungeons and Dragons style story. It's an In My Humble Opinion special. Okay, so I'll explain a little bit about what the story is to begin with, and then from there, we are not going to be ourselves anymore. You will be your character, and I shall be the narrator and supporting cast.
Nice. You got your work cut out.
Oh,
It's gonna be like you're gonna be like all the characters in Little Britain or something.
It's the worst idea I've ever had.
No, it's gonna be good because I've got to do minimal.
Much like every other episode. No,
It's true. No.
I will set the scene, and then we will start with the story. Now, some of the boundaries around the story I'll explain to yourself and to our humble listeners. I'm calling them humble listeners now. I feel like that's a good way of talking to the community.
It's nice.
Yeah, right?
Humbleites.
Humbleites. The Hackalites. No, that's terrible.
The Acrolites.
So, it's not going to be a full Dungeons and Dragons style. Well, it's not going to be a full Dungeons and Dragons game. As it's only the two of us, it wouldn't work too well. So, I have adapted this slightly to make it a more story-driven role-playing game where
A narrative adventure.
Yeah, a narrative adventure, and I will be narrating the tale as I go along. I will be the supporting cast, and Rob is unknowingly going to be going through the story that I have created for him.
Yes.
Yes. So, to begin with, setting the scene, your character, and if you'd like to introduce your character's name.
Yeah. My character's name is Seraphim Stormcloak.
Oozes mystery and
It rolls off the tongue.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah. Sounds like a hero. So,
yeah. He is a hero.
He is a hero, yes, he is.
Yeah.
So, like, you know, what does he look like?
So appearance-wise, I've gone for something that looks a lot like myself, may I say.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's incredibly tall. Like, he's broad-shouldered, tall, golden locks of flowing hair. He's got these eyes, right?
He's got eyes.
He's got eyes, he's got two of them. That you can actually see correctly. and fully. But when he looks at you, it's so intense, and you just know that he's speaking his pure mind. Okay, absolutely. He's got a bit of a scar on his face.
Yeah.
He's had a couple of scuffles in the past.
Of course he has.
Yeah.
No hero wouldn't have had gone through some trauma and not got scars.
Yeah, exactly. He's got some nice armor as well, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's got some nice armor. That's gold and red and silver.
Okay. That's a lovely mix of armor colours there, yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of like
Very
here,
flash.
It's incredibly flash. It comes from like a noble upbringing, so it's very like expensive, exquisite armor.
Oh, of course. Castle forged.
Yeah, there you go. It's got a lovely
Yield.
cape as well.
Lovely cape. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Got family crest on it as well, actually.
Yeah, what's the crest?
The crest is two stags either side a cross.
Nice. Okay.
Yes, there's like a cross in the middle on a little stony hill thing, and there are two stags, one either side of it, ratting over the cross.
They love religion to the point they'll fight over it. Okay.
Yeah, they'll rat over the cross, trust me. Yeah.
Okay. All right. No,
Well, it
cool.
looks like-
So that's hopefully, that's evoked some imagery there to our humble listeners about who you are. Okay. So the story will start now. Okay. Are you ready?
No. No, I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm doing this.
Okay. We've been talking about doing something like this for months.
We have. Indeed.
All right. Okay. Best Stephen Fry storytelling voice on now for myself. I will be narrating this section. Okay. From now on, I won't be announcing what I'm doing. It will just be happening. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm
Okay.
with you. I'm not allowed to call you Paul anymore, am I?
Well, not. No. I'll be the narrator. You can ask me questions.
Nice.
And I will be able to help out with parts of the story, but I might not be directly helping you out. It depends on who's around and what the situation you find yourself in implies. How are you going to deal with it?
Sake.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Right. Yes.
So, Seraphim is traveling from his home towards a town. And the town is called Arcadia. It's a beautiful city, sprawling. It's filled with markets. It's lively. It's got poor quarters leading further into the center of its ringed, outlying sort of walls, and goes inwards all the way to the center of the rich center of the city itself.
Nice.
So you'll have to travel through certain elements of the city to navigate your story. Okay. Seraphim is traveling to the city now, and he's traveling along a stony road. Okay. It's across grassy plains. You can see for miles, and as Seraphim peaks the crest of a hill, he looks out, he takes a breath, and he can see Arcadia in all of its glory. Beautiful blue sky in the background, birds flying across the city. It's like, it's chef kiss. You're like, I'm on my way there. Okay. And the reason you're on your way there is because you've received an anonymous letter one day at your noble house asking you to visit Arcadia.
Right.
Okay.
So I've just received a letter.
Yep.
Out of the blue. It's not a bill or anything like that.
No.
A red notice.
It was on a Sunday, so the post don't come round that day. It's,
Ooh.
and it was written on a piece of mutton.
It's carved into it.
Carved into it with, it's written in cranberry sauce. And it simply says, "Come to Arcadia." Okay. Right. And the man
Right.
you are, noble, forthright, and
Bored? Like, I've got fuck all else to do. I'm like, yeah, oh, mutton. One mutton with cranberry. That ain't a flavour mix that I could live with. Probably like, this is what I've gone like, oh, mutton with cranberry. What kind of cunt has sent this to me? I need to go find him.
This could be a very good reason for going to Arcadia to talk about this bloody mutton letter. Right. As you're travelling down the stony path, however, weary, you've been travelling all day, and sunset is fast approaching, but it's the beginning of the evening, so it's still quite light. Obviously, you've got the blue skies and everything, but it's getting late. However, above on the road, you see what looks like two bandits accosting somebody next to a broken wagon. The wagon's tipped over, and you have concern about what's going on. Now, you have a decision to make. As Seraphim, what do? Do you just walk past? Fuck that. It's not my business. I don't know Turkish. Like, I'll just go round. I'm not getting involved in that. Or do you intervene? What would you like to do?
Well, I think my character he loves upholding justice. He's a man of honor. But, he wants to help people in need, that need mercy and justice portrayed.
Okay.
I'm going to intervene. I'm fucking not having this. Do you know what I mean? Not on my watch. Not in front of my peepers.
All right, okay. So, you go towards the bandits. Okay. What do you want?
I want to know what you're doing.
Oi, Steve. That bloke over there who looks like, a penguin bar wants to see what we are doing here. Oi, why don't you fuck off?
Do you know you're talking? I'm a noble, mate.
I don't care who you are. Leave your nose out of this. Yeah, you tell him.
Well, I'm not. No, you don't talk to me like that. I'm going to slap you up, boy.
Oh, you say what now? Draw steel. Yeah, you tell him, Steve. And they draw their swords ready for a battle, okay?
Yeah.
You notice, however, that as they turn around, there was somebody else there. Okay?
Yeah.
They have gone to hide behind the cart. Perhaps they might be involved in it, a third bandit, or somebody who the bandits were looking to bandit.
Rape.
Steal. Rape. Molest. Tickle. I don't know. We'll decide that later on. Anyway. Right. So, Steve, the mouthy one, right?
Yeah.
He told you to fuck off. He is fast approaching you. What do you do?
Well,
he's got his sword out. He's got gravy in his eyes. He's gonna kill you.
I raise my shield into a defensive manner.
Okay.
With in my other hand, my right hand, I aim my sword at him threateningly, and I say, "Come no further, thee."
Okay. What sort of bell end is that? Yeah, you tell him, Steve. So Steve doesn't care. He's not intimidated by this, okay? So no. Steve, and just as an intervene here, we will be rolling dice to see what happens in terms of decision making and fighting, and this is the first instance of this. Yeah. So, okay, all right. Steve is going to take the first blow. He's fast approaching. You're in a defensive position, so you've lost the first shot. There's no element of surprise here. The bandits are aware. Yeah, you have. You could have snuck on and just jabbed them in the back. Wouldn't have known. Wouldn't have done any of the voices. All right. Okay. Steve, not intimidated by your quite reserved, poncy way of fighting, is swinging his sword, okay, and he knocks the sword out of your hand.
What? Okay.
Whoa, you got a grip like an old fatty, ain't you?
You grip like an old fatty?
Okay. Right. So
Right.
there you go. What
So
you
what do
gonna
I do now?
You can
I
set up
look
an
at him.
attack move and then roll your dice, please, and then tell me
Yeah.
the score.
So I decide to then rush him with my shield
Okay.
and smack him with it. But also at the same time, I'm like, yeah, you think that was the bell end? This is the real bell end.
Okay.
So as I
Okay.
raise my shield towards him, I
would-
unsheath my member.
Okay.
No?
I'd like you. Well, that's fine. I'll have to adapt to it. You will have to roll twice. Okay. Roll once for the attack with the shield to see if that's successful, and
Yeah.
roll again to see if you can get your dick out.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So
Right.
first is the shield.
First is the shield, 20 roll dice, and I have one.
Got a critical miss. Okay. Okay. So you can't lift your shield because your arm is atrophied. It's so weak. The shield literally drops from your hand. Now you are shieldless and swordless. Okay.
Right.
Can't even hit me with your shield, you wanker. Tell him, Steve. Right, because that guy, he's over it. Okay, now if you could like to roll again, you can still get your dick out.
Well, I literally say to Steve and his little fucking gobby little mate, so yeah, the only weapon I need is this, as I'm about to unsheath my huge warhammer penis.
Okay, please roll.
I have rolled a 3.
A 3. Okay. All right. So Seraphim reaches for his trouser laces, fumbles around with them, and gets his fingers stuck in the laces, and now both of his hands are tied to his trousers. Okay, going well so far. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Steve decides to try, seeing that you're trapped, is going to take your sword off the ground. Okay. He wants to try and steal it. So Steve, it's a 1, goes to pick up the sword, but the sword flashes as he tries to pick it up, and causes some kind of like reaction, almost like an explosion, and Steve's arm blows off. All right, that sword is not for anybody else but yourself. All right, it is.
Yes.
It is your sword, and no one else will be able to wield it. Steve is like, my arm, my own arm, it's blown off. I'll Steve your arm. And then Steve's mate decides to rush you. Okay, he's crazy with the loss of Steve's arm. All right, so Steve's mate.
That was his favourite arm, wasn't it?
It was his own arm. Okay, so Steve's mate, we'll call him Terry. Okay, Terry is about to run at you. All right, and he jumps over Steve's body as Steve's rolling around on the floor, grabbing his nub. He's got nothing there. Right. He jumps over, makes a clean break for it, and is swinging for you. It's literally going down the center. It is going to hit you in the head. Okay. You need to roll to see what happens next. And for fuck's sake, please roll something good. Because this will be the end of the story.
So I need to, I'm trying to like shimmy to the side.
It depends on what you get. Okay.
Okay. I got a 9.
A 9.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Terry is
Yeah.
coming down fast, and just as he is about to cleave your head into, somehow you idiotically try to pull your hand out of your like laces. You knock him to the side. Okay, he's fine. You didn't get hit, but as you're trying to like free your hands, you knock him to the side. So he's just kind of unshaken. All right.
I see.
He's coming at you again now. Okay, and he's about to pierce through your chest. 11. So he is coming at you, and he is on target. So what do you do?
I'm gonna jump up as high as I can and do like a heel click in the air, and his blade will go in the hole that I create with my heel click.
Oh my god. Okay.
Grab the knife with my feet and perch on top of it.
Okay, like Crouching Tiger style.
Exactly like that.
Okay, but like an Irish version.
Yeah. So what do I need to make that happen? I'll just keep rolling.
Roll. No, just roll. Just roll.
I've rolled a 6.
Okay. As you go to heel click, okay,
Yeah.
you jump up a reasonable distance, and the sword goes through your legs. Okay, it goes right through. Terry also goes through your legs, but not all the way. He's kind of stuck now between your legs. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So Terry's like, "What are you doing? Get off me!" All right. Steve's on the ground. My own arm. Right. He's out of it at the moment. Okay.
Right.
So now he's stuck in there. I want you to see if you can roll to defeat him. All right.
20.
20. Okay. Nice. Okay. All right. I see it. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So
that's a critical success, I believe.
It is. Yes, it is. So Seraphin, with Terry trapped between his legs, puts a gentle squeeze with his giant calf muscles and splits Terry in two with one foul swoop. He's in half. His intestines are spilling out of the top half of his body, and shit is coming out of the bottom half of his body. He's in pieces. He's dead.
Nice.
He's dead. All right. You
Well
also
done, the Nutcracker.
Okay. It was all part of the plan, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay. And because you're such a critical success there, you managed to free your hands from your trouser laces, trying to get your dick out. Pick up your sword and shield, and you are back to your full self. Okay?
Nice. Perfect.
You killed Terry! He was my only friend, and you took my arm, my own arm! You bastard! Who are you?
I am Seraphin Stormcloak, of noble ancestry, of the human race.
Shut up! Okay.
You asked me who I am. I'm just
I'm
telling
not listening. I'm bored of it. Kill me already.
I'm gonna fucking kill you right now, you gobby little shit.
Okay, right, so you said that. If you would like to roll...
Got one.
Got one, okay. As you try to he's on the floor, you try to put your sword in his chest, alright? You just miss completely. You stab the ground next to him, and he's laughing at you now. He's quite embarrassed, okay? But he's upset, so he picks up the top half of Terry and makes his way along the path the opposite direction. They're done.
He scarpers off. He's gone.
Yeah, they're done. They're done.
Cowered away.
Yes. Okay, so that leaves you now to investigate what's going on at the cart. So what would you like to do around the cart?
See if I can rob anything.
Okay.
No. Yeah, I'm going to try. Yeah, I'm going to thieve. I'm going to do a little rob, a little bit of resource hunting.
Okay, so resource hunting, not theft.
Not theft. No, that's not theft. It's resource hunting.
Okay, all right, okay. So you have a look around, and there's a sheet, and it's covering loads of stuff. You lift it up, and then all of a sudden, a voice comes from behind the cart.
Right.
Okay. The third person who was there. Oh, thanks, mate. Oh, like they were gonna kill me. Oh, I'm so glad. What are you doing? Get out of here. That's my stuff. Get your hands off of it, you dirty bastard.
I'm going to lie to him. Be like, I wasn't doing anything, mate. I was just checking your wares to make sure nothing was damaged, and you're okay.
To roll for that then, please.
All right. 13.
Okay, all right. So the lie lands quite successfully, and the person is like, Oh, that's all right. It's fine. I tell you what, because you saved my life, I've got some bits and pieces here. I've got about like 50 gold on me. You can have that for saving my life. And I've got some bread and 15 Pink Panther wafers in there as well, if you fancy those.
Fucking yeah. I was gonna
Yeah.
like, I was gonna be like, no, I won't take you. This is purely just for a noble cause. But the pink wafers,
Have
I'll
them
take the pink
delicious.
wafers. Yeah, thanks.
No worries. My name's Quill Copperflick. It's pleased to be of your acquaintance there, sir. I am a travelling merchant, and thank you for saving my life.
Oh, it's my pleasure, humble creature.
Or I am small of stature. I be a gnome. Gnomes are the best merchants I've heard. Anyway, where you going?
I'm going to the city of Arcadia, just yonder down that hill. Can you see it? It's over there. It's lovely.
If I stand up
Beautiful.
on this rock, I can have a look at it. Oh, yeah. There it is. Well, I was on my way there myself before those bandits killed my beloved donkey Mildred and stole loads of stuff from my cart. So I need to kind of get there with what wares I have so I can sell them and then kind of, make a bit of cash. Do you mind if I tag along?
Oh, well, yeah. All right then. Yeah, come on, mate. Like, yeah, but if you to do that, I want double the pink wafers. All right.
Okay. I'd like you to roll to see if that's successful.
Are you joking? Okay, just say yes. All right. I've rolled a 12.
Okay. You can have half of the pink wafers. I could give you half of double.
Yeah,
So-
all right. I'll take.
Yes. All right, that's fair. Come on then. So there you go. There's your first foray into the game. All right.
Right, nice.
Hope you're enjoying it so far.
Loving it.
So Seraphim and Quill Copperflick are travelling towards Arcadia. Okay. The sun is setting now. It's beautiful. You go towards the front gates. It's open. It's busy outside. Lots of merchants and poor people on the outside doing their stuff. Like, oh, I got a copper there, mate. Meh, meh, shaking a tin at you. You ignore them. It's fine. And you walk through into the streets. Okay, you have no idea, based off of the mutton letter, where to go. Okay, right. But Quill mentions something to you. He's like, I'm just going to disappear for a moment. All right, I'll be back in a second. I'm just going to go and drop off my stuff to the shop, and then I hope you don't mind, but I'd quite like to hang about with you. You seem like an interesting chap. Do you mind? Where should we meet? I've heard there's an inn somewhere around here. Do you want to meet at the inn?
Yeah, we'll meet at the inn. But don't you forget my fucking pink wafers. I've got a hankering on.
I won't forget them. I won't forget them. Don't worry. They're in my pocket. My tiny gnome pocket. Because I'm a gnome, by the way, just to let you know. I'm a gnome. Okay. Okay. So he scarpers off and he shouts just as he goes, don't forget the name of the inn. It's the Ladies' Garden.
The Ladies' Garden.
Right, so you go to the Ladies' Garden. Seraphim is walking now through a busy street, just heading aimlessly, not quite knowing what's going on at the moment. However, he feels eyes on him, okay? And he feels like he's being followed. Feel free, if you want to, stop by at a merchant, get a little piece of something if you want. There's, street food all around you.
I'd love some. Is that like a bakery over there? I can smell sweet rolls.
Yep, got some sweet rolls there. They're everywhere.
Yeah, have a little sweet roll. She looks all right as well.
That's 2 gold, please.
Yeah. Well, how about I give you 1 gold and take you out for a supper meal?
Ooh, I'll just take the gold if you leave me alone.
Yeah, all right then. Take the gold. I'll leave you 2.
Okay. As you turn around with sweet roll all up in your mouth, Okay.
Fucking, it's all like drizzling around my face.
It is. Got a little cherry stuck on the nose, you know. It's all there. You get bumped into by somebody. Oh, sorry. And they walk off. However, what's left on your person is a letter made of paper this time.
I'll read it.
Ah, yes, you can read it if you would like to, okay?
Thank you. Do I need to roll for that?
No, you can read.
No. Oh,
It's
nice.
The letter says, "The city is in peril, and its salvation rests on the shoulders of heroes like you. Meet me at the Lady Garden. There, a quest will await and change the course of Arcadia's destiny."
Right, nice.
So, are you curious enough to follow this, or are you just going to go down Whore Alley and spend the rest of your 49 coins?
I need a bit of a rest. Do you know what I mean?
Okay. Well,
Let's
from
go.
all the squeezing a man in half that you've done.
Yeah, exactly. I got blue balls from doing that.
Okay, so you want to go and have sex with a lady.
I mean, it doesn't have to be a lady.
All right, you want to go and have sex. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, we're gonna go to the brothel, please.
Okay.
For a pint of mead.
All right, then. Okay, so Seraphim walks into All Hands on Deck, which is the brothel in the area. Okay. It's a sailor-themed brothel.
Nice.
Okay. A variety of different delicacies for everyone's tastes. Okay.
Nice. I'm starving.
All right. All right. You walk up to the barkeep and you ask for a mead, and he gives over like a watery, pissy mead. All right, and you sling him like the 2 gold for the mead. Okay.
Right.
All right. The brothel owner comes over to you.
Yeah.
He's a big fat man, sweaty, fingers like sausages. Right.
Shows.
He's walking there. He's walking around. He is like, oh, hello. Thanks for visiting my establishment. Yes. What would you like, sir? What would you like? What can we tempt you with? We have these 3 choices here. If you'd like to have a look, the first one is a lovely, lovely young thing from a few towns over, dark of skin and hair, and she knows how to treat a man. And in the middle, we have this small, tiny fox. We know what you like. It's a fox. Okay, but
Well, fox.
yes, it's an animal fox. They know their way around dustbin and refuse. They can scurry around in your butthole if you like. And third of all, we have this fine antique Davenport. Okay, so you have your choice. Okay, I'd like you to roll, please.
So I can't just choose. I've got. So, yes, I shall roll to determine my choice of these
Yes,
3.
please. Thank you.
11.
11.
That sounds like it's right in the middle, doesn't it?
It is. It does, doesn't it? Okay. Seraphim walks up and down the little line of prostitutes there. He walks past the fine young thing from a few towns over. Just shakes his head. It's not what he wants. He walks past the fox. He has a little something's happening in his britches. Okay. All right. And then he checks out the Davenport at the end. All right. He's not into inanimate objects. Doesn't feel like that's the right thing. But he steps back to the fox. Okay. Oh, I see. Our patron has fine tastes. If you would like to take room 3, the vixen will be with you shortly.
Thanks.
Okay.
I can't wait.
It was your choice to go to a brothel.
Yeah, I just wanted to rest. Yeah, no, I love foxes in room 3.
They're lovely. Okay. Time occurs. There's some weird screaming from up in one of the rooms. It's like. Okay. And then Seraphim steps out the room, straightening his gold and silver and red armor. tightening up his breeches. He's satiated. He had a little sleep after. He's full of health and vigor. And the fox scurries out after him, head down on the ground. Looks a bit like a mess. He's had a hard time. It's been a busy night. Okay. So, Seraphim thinks I have things to do now that I have fucked a fox. Take care, kind traveler. If you'd like to visit our establishment, all hands on deck again. Please come anytime. Okay, as you leave,
Thank you.
No worries, you leave the brothel and you must head towards the Lady Garden now.
Yeah, I'm fully done.
Okay.
Yeah, I head towards the Lady Garden. Yeah, let's go. Fancy another jar.
Okay, that's what you need. Okay, all right. So you walk into the tavern, the Lady Garden. Okay, it is nighttime. But the tavern is busy. It seems like the whole poor district is there. It's obviously the place where everyone goes. It's loud. It's rambunctious. The smell of pipe smoke is in the air, and other things. I don't know. Magic. Pie. Yep, pie. Filling the room up. You notice over by the bar a small red hat bobbing up and down, and it seems to be telling jokes around a group of people. Okay.
It's like a magic hat.
People are laughing. Oh, there he is. That's him. He's the one who saved me. Like, on the road here. Like, that bloke over there. He squashed a man in half with his legs as he was trying to get his dick out. But he did it. He did. Come over here. I'll buy you a drink. Come on. And you head over, and it's Quill, Copperthick, obviously, your companion, against your own will. Okay. So, Quill starts to talk to you, and he's like, oh, yeah, like, everyone's gone now, it's just me and you, like, why? What's really brought you here? You disappeared off for a long time. I've been in the Lady Garden for about 3 hours.
I was busy. I was tending to some needs of nature.
The needs of nature, yeah? I think I know what you mean. Visited all hands on deck, did you there, boy?
I was helping with the local animals sanctuary.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Kind work, was it? Sorry. I didn't mean to assume anything there.
There was nothing kind about it.
Oh, you're quite the one, aren't you? Right. As you have a beer or mead or ale with Quill, you start to feel those eyes on you again. Okay. Now, we're going to have a little perception check here. And a perception check is your awareness of what's going on. So, if you would like to roll for a perception check.
20.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice one. Okay.
Nice.
Your eyes, you can literally, like, feel where exactly they are in a tavern. You turn and face the person looking at you dead in the eyes. Okay. You're looking at a person who is hooded and robed.
Right.
Grey, drab. They're in the corner, in a dark corner. They're by themselves. You decide, I can't handle this anymore. I'm going to make my way over there. Okay. You walk over to the woman. Okay. So how would you like to introduce yourself?
I say, I can see you staring at me, woman. Under what pretense is this? Judgment of your gaze.
Oh, no intense, no ill will meaned there. I don't know if you recognise me, but I bumped into you earlier. I'm the one who gave you the letter.
So you did.
Yes.
Talk.
Oh, I did give you the letter, yes. My name is Alara. I live in the city. I'm very worried about what's going on.
Tell me what's going on. Remove your hood so I can see your fair hair.
Okay, Alara removes her hood, and she's got brown hair. So sorry, it's not fair. But it looks nice. It looks like she's used Pantene Pro V. It's quite sleek.
Nice.
You know, she's a comely lass. She looks all right. You know, she's got a lovely face about her, and you know, she's got pretty blue eyes. Okay. Okay. Yes, you must help. This city is in peril. I really urge you. Have an air of a hero about you.
I mean, yeah, I helped that little fucking goblin boy down the road, but you know, I was trying to actually just like steal his stuff, to be honest. And now he thinks I'm a hero. But yeah, I'm a hero from my noble upbringing. I'm a paladin, so I'm a hero.
Okay. Bit of a weird flex there, but I was thinking that you were
Look at my
trying
armor. Look how tall I am.
Okay, thank
I
you.
can run so fast in these shoes.
I didn't notice the shoes. Sorry. Oh, they're nice. Yes, look, they're lovely. Gola, I can see down the side of them.
Quick flash.
Very, very noble.
Yeah, thanks.
Please help me. Please help me. A relic of immense power has been stolen from the city's vaults. The absence of this relic has plunged Arcadia into chaos.
Oh no. What's the relic? What's it worth? What's the bunts?
Okay. So it keeps stability and prosperity to the city. That has been stolen now. It's on a slow decline. The patrons of that brothel down the hill are increasing, and sodomy and horrible things are happening around the city. We must bring the city back to its glorious light.
I couldn't tell you what a brothel is, not in the slightest. I would never use such establishments. I hate animals. Like, just to let you know, you know, I love women, female women.
I feel very reassured by this. Oh, thank you. So, will you help us find this relic, this crystal?
I mean, how long is it going to take?
Okay.
How much effort do you require for this?
Alara looks a little bit blankly at you, and she's wondering who she's called over, if this was the right person to talk to. So, if you can roll the dice, please.
6.
I'm really not sure about this. I feel like I've got the wrong person. I don't think you're the right person. All of a sudden, Quill notices you talking to this lady, and he comes over.
Right.
What's going on? You disappeared. I was talking to Finnair for about half an hour. You chatting up this lady. Oh, sorry. Let me introduce myself. I am Quill Copperflick, merchant, at your disposal, my lady. Quite the beauty, aren't you? Anyway, how can we help here? Alara's looking at Quill, and she feels reassured and trusted by such a small creature. He's harmless, you know. He's like a friend-zoned friend. You can tell him anything without any fret. So she regales the story of the crystal being stolen. And Quill looks at you. You got to do it. You got to do it, mate.
Yeah. And as that conversation's happening, suddenly my sword starts like glowing to signify that I am like this kind of like a hero thing. So she becomes completely reassured that I am a hero.
Okay.
Yeah.
She is slightly reassured by the glowing sword, but also quite scared because your glowing sword mainly glows when you are in trouble.
Yes, because there's something going on in that room.
Someone grabs you by the shoulder
Right.
and turns you around. What are you doing talking to my girlfriend? A drunk man, he's talking in you, his breath is sour, and he's got one eye, and he's called Greg. Go on, Greg, kick his ass, says one of the tavern's many patrons.
I'm like, look, hang on, fucking Cyclops. calm down, you one-eyed fuck. She approached me. She was trying to chirps me up. I don't know what's going on here. Listen, if you're McDonald's and I'm a Sunday roast, what can I say? What do you want me to say?
What does that mean?
Well,
anyway, Greg's just like, hold on a minute, that ain't my girlfriend. It's too late now. I've only got one eye, I can't really see. You just besmirched my good name and said something about McDonald's. So I'm going to kick your ass. Right, Quill's looking at you like he's confused by the whole situation. He's kind of stepped back. He doesn't know what you're going to do. Okay, so what do you do?
I'll smack him. That's it.
Yeah?
I'm not going down the lines of fucking trying to defend myself there. I'm poke him in his single eye with my little finger.
Okay, all right, cool. You know what to do.
Slap him around the face with my other hand.
Okay,
So it's
okay.
like the old 1-2 jab slap.
The old jab and snap. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Please roll.
Oh, fuck. 6.
As you try to jab him with your little finger,
Yeah.
you get it stuck in his nose. You're trying to wrench it out, and you think, oh yeah, I'll follow it with the slap, and you end up slapping your own hand back out of his nose. All right, Greg's looking at you with his one eye, completely confused by something, right? And he goes to throw a punch at you. Okay, so Greg is gonna try and punch you.
Right.
17, right? He hits you square on the nose, right? You stumble back onto Alara's table. You fall into it, and Quill's quite concerned. All right, you know you're fine. You've taken a few bumps before. All right, you get up, you wipe your nose of blood, right? And then Greg's like, "You fucking deserve that, you prick! Get up here. You've got to do it again." And he goes to swing for you again.
He doesn't though. So I lurch out the way, bob and weave out the way, and elbow him in the back of the head.
Okay.
And that is a 12.
Okay. All right. So you dodge his big meaty fist. They're the size of toasters. His fists. He's a big lad. All right.
4 slice or 6 slice?
It's a 4 slicer.
Oi oi.
He's carrying those around. You do dodge it. He does lurch forward, but as you go to elbow him in the head, it kind of just glances off of that melon on top of this fucking fridge of a body. Okay, just glances off of it, and he rubs it. Like, what the fuck was that? All right. He turns around, and he's grabbed you by your armor now, and he's pushing you against the wall. All right. You've got to make a decision here. He's about to headbutt your head into tiny pieces like a Fabergé egg meeting a hammer. Okay. You have to decide something drastic. All right. Everyone's looking now.
I'm just kneeing him in the bollocks, aren't I?
Perfect. Okay.
Bang. Right, and it is a 15.
Oh, okay. All right. Sufficient enough. It goes square into his nuts. All right. You knee him good and true. His one eye.
Good and true.
Good and true. His one eye rolls back into his head. He falls over backwards, grabbing his groin, moaning, and the patrons go back about their business. They're not interested now. Greg, he's on the floor. He's in bits.
A one-eyed beast is laying, slumbering on the floor.
He is out. He's out for the count. Okay. So you turn back to Alara. Alara now seems fairly reassured that you can kind of handle yourself. Okay. She's looking at your glove, you know, where you tried to put your finger in his eye, and notices there's a big bogey on there, and she's a little bit like, not sure about this, but she's fairly reassured. Okay, so Alara she mentions that the crystal has been taken. Okay, she is about to point you in the direction of a very important place to go. So she has a few people that she wants you to inquire with.
Right.
And they will fill out the story. So Alara says to Seraphim, you have to meet with a few of my friends. They're kind of a resistance around here. You know, we're in great peril. I won't give away too much, but you have to meet the blacksmith. His name is Gideon Ironforge. Okay, he's a surly dwarf. Okay, but he's got a heart of gold. Okay, and my old professor, Professor Marlowe, at the library. Okay, he is a halfling, but he's so knowledgeable. He is meticulous with his information. He may be able to help you out with the origins of the crystal's history and what it means. And the blacksmith, Gideon, he will be able to perhaps forge or point you in the direction of a place to go.
Right. It's gonna see the blacksmith.
Don't tell. I don't really care what you do next. I've just told you what I need to. I'm going now. Bye.
No, come. Okay.
Okay, she walks
I
out.
bought you a drink. What's good? No, I bought you a drink, Al. Get back here.
Third or fourth free drink of the evening.
Yeah. Am I the first person you've spoken to about this?
She's definitely spoken to a number of people. Quill looks at you and it's like, oh, what's just happened there? You fought a big giant man, you need him in the bollocks, and now we're on some sort of mission. And you've got a bogey on your glove. Did you notice that?
Hey, do you want it? Sell it.
I could probably sell it. Away! That's his thing. He does that whenever he sells stuff. He gets something, he's like, away! Alright. Expect that
Nice.
later on.
Good. Yeah. So where's Gnome Boy? Where's the blacksmith then? Let's go and have a little chirps with him.
Oh yeah, no. When I was going to sell my stuff down at this, that, and the other, the shop that I go to sell my stuff is called This, That, and the Other. All right.
Nice.
I know. All right, I passed the blacksmiths on the way. Like he's an interesting chap. He was out the front. He was smashing stuff, and then he went in and done some blacksmithing.
Oh, you're funny, aren't you, you little?
I tried. Hey! Okay, so are we deciding to leave the tavern now, or is there
we'll
carry
leave,
on?
'cause,
Look in the tavern.
is there? You got any games in the tavern? Like some like little card games, or like a bit of like Gwent.
Okay. All right, you look up on the wall, just past in the corner where Alara was sitting. There's board games there. You got
nice.
Ye Olde Battleships.
Yes.
You've got Scrabble.
Nice.
There seems to be a knockoff game of Gwent called Quent. All right, the rules are different. The stuff looks the same, and you've got half a box of Cards Against Humanity.
Oh, I mean, they all interest me, but let's go to the fucking blacksmith.
All right, okay.
Yeah, I'm exhausted. I've had a hard morning. I did the fox.
Okay, all right. So you travel to the blacksmith. Okay, all right. It is dark out. Okay. Quill is a little bit frightened of the dark, so he sticks really close to you, like unsettlingly close. He's almost like touching your leg. He's like, he's like a 5-year-old kid with their mum. Is just like round a supermarket, not letting her go. That's Quill to your leg. Okay, he's terrified, and you're walking around. It's quite awkward at times because sometimes you hear him go. And then he's like, he starts rubbing your leg. Okay, for reassurance. I don't know.
You do know because you're narrating. Right. Listen, Copperflick, can you just fucking behave yourself? Just like, here's a lantern. I'm gonna give you the torch, the lantern. Hold that. Stop fucking touching me, mate, please.
Oh, I didn't know it was that, important to you. But thanks for the lantern, right? I'll hold it, but I'm still. Can you hold my hand?
No, you can hold my cape.
Well, that'll do, I guess. Did you say anything to be close to you? I'm a bit scared of the dark if you haven't noticed.
Why are you scared of the dark? What?
Oh, I can't tell you. When I was a young lad, I'm going to tell you anyway. When I was a young lad, whenever the darkness came, that's when Daddy came in the room. I won't go into any more. You don't want to know my story.
No, you're right. I don't fucking know your
I
story.
was going to tell you, but that's fine. Okay.
I mean, all right.
At
you
this
can tell
time,
me.
you arrive at the blacksmith's. You're there now. Okay, but the blacksmith's is closed.
It's night time.
It's nighttime, and there is a small candle light in the upper left-hand window of the shop. What do you do?
Well, I look at the candle. I guess. No, I go up to the door and I bang on it because, like, this little fucking gnome creature thing is like persistent. I'm like, look, he's scared of the dark. You know, I just sling him in here for a bit. I'll come in out of the dark. Please.
All right. So you're banging on the door, okay? All right.
Yeah,
You look
yeah.
back up at the window. At the window, a gruff-looking dwarf leans out of it. You can't really make out what colour his hair is, but it's probably red, because reasons. And he's got a big giant beard that fluffs over the side of the window ledge, pokes out. It's got beads all in it, and the beads look like tiny little anvils. Okay, you discern that has to be the person you're looking for, Gideon Ironforge.
Yeah.
Fuck off! Fuck off my door!
Are you Gideon?
I told you to fuck off!
That's rude. This is a very important thing that I need to discuss with you.
And I told you to fuck off. It's past the shop's opening hours. I'll see you tomorrow if you've got urgent business.
I've got a 50 gold coin and a handful of pink wafers. Is that going to sway you?
Let me put my pants on. I'll be down in a moment. Okay. The bribery tactic works. All right, you could have just pink wafers, but that's fine. All right. You can hear the footsteps through the door of this dwarf with big, heavy iron slippers coming down the stairs. All right, and the bolts of the door rattle and eventually opens, revealing Gideon with his big ginger plumage, red long johns, but there's a front flap. It's open. You can see it all, and he's holding a candle.
Red-haired Santa.
He's put his long johns on backwards. The butt flap is at the front, and it's open.
Nice.
And he says, "Where's the wafers then?"
I reach my hand forward and I say, you can have the wafers, but I'm a noble man. Please cover your decency.
Oh no, I didn't notice. I'm sorry. And he pins up the front of his long johns. However, the bulge is still very prominent. Okay. Gideon then he invites you in. Okay, and Quill, he's eased off a bit. He's not so much up your arse anymore. It's quite light back in there. Like Gideon's put the lights on as he's come through. The candle lights. You can see, he's got a nice
light on.
He's turned the big light on. Right, you can see that he had to put some out. There's milk splashes everywhere from when he turned the candle lights off in the evening. But that's fine. He's put them on now. It's all right. So he invites you to go sit down. In the shop, there's a workbench, and he's put a couple of chairs around the outside. Okay, nice. And he's sat down, and he's like, "Oh, what do you fucking want then? Why are you waking me up so late?"
I say to him, I was speaking to this right little tart in the inn, and she said I should come here because you know something about the relic or its whereabouts. Got any ideas? I'm a hero. I'm a paladin hero. Look at my armor. Look at my shoes.
Gideon looks you up and down, and he looks at the armor, and he kind of like tuts a bit, like, ugh, ugh. Okay, he's not, it doesn't seem too infused by it, but he also his.
Is he like fucking Trini and Susanna? Is that?
He's a blacksmith. He knows his stuff. So he's looking at the armor up and down. Okay, but when you mentioned the relic, the bristles around his face shook, like, and you know he knows something. He obviously knows something. Okay. Oh, the relic. Why are you bringing that up? I don't know nothing about no relic or nothing. Plus, your armor's shite.
You do know about this relic, and you won't be getting any of these fucking dirty little sweet pink wafers if you don't reveal the information I'm looking for.
So, okay, right. Gideon then goes, oh, okay. All right. I do know of you guys. I know that when you came into the city, I already knew who you were. Okay, my accent's slipping a bit. It's difficult.
I know, I can imagine.
Okay. So, I do know a little bit about the relic. There is some interesting stuff happening around the vault in the city. There's like a shadowy figure. He keeps popping in and out of the vault. I was working late one night, and I was crafting a special order for somebody. And I glimpsed a cloaked figure slipping into the shadows. Didn't think much of it then, but now it all kind of makes sense. Why don't you follow that trail? You might find the answers that you seek.
Oh, thank you. Have some wafers.
Thank you very much.
Have another wafer. There's a little, you know.
Thank you very much.
Have you got any good armor that I could take off you that's better than what I'm wearing now? Got any suggestions? Got any tips?
Well, I was going to say your armor looks a bit like a whoopsies armor. I do have something though. Now I know that you've got that sword. I noticed the sword when you walked in. It's a fine blade.
Don't you fucking look at my sword. That's mine.
Oh, I know. It seems very much its master's blade. But I do have this tiny dwarven blade that is infused with some dwarven magic. And
what am I going to do with that toothpick?
A sprinkle bit of luck into it, so it may serve you well in your quest.
Right.
Take it or fucking leave it. I don't give a shit.
Well, let me have a look. I examine it. I hold this tiny toothpick of a weapon in my huge human man hands. This looks like it can't be held by my hand. I may stash it in my pocket. Or could a gnome carry it for me? Could it assist the gnome?
Oh, well, I've never really used like a blade before there. But if you bequeathed it to me, I wouldn't sell it. Hey!
If I give you this blade, and then you can feel safer in the dark, won't you? So you won't have to touch me when we're in the dark.
Oh,
is that reasonable?
It sounds like we're both going to get something out of this. So I'll say that's a fair deal.
Nice. Right, here you go. Thank you, dwarf.
It's Gideon, you
yes. Thank you, Gideon, for the blade. I'll have that. Can I have it wrapped?
Oh, you're pushing it now, you bellend. Okay. All right, so he goes and he wraps it up in some little paper. It's got flowers on it, thistles. And he wraps it up and he hands it to Quill. And he says, he whispers something in Quill's ear.
Nice.
But you can't hear what it says, what he said. Okay. Quill suddenly turns white. And it becomes quite silent.
Thank God for that.
Okay. Your information, we'll just check fact on this. Okay. So
Yeah.
far, Alara at the tavern has said there's a crystal that needs to be reclaimed as it was stolen.
Yep.
She's asked you to go to a couple of people. You've gone to visit the blacksmith.
Hmm.
He's bequeathed you a toothpick. Okay, a dwarven short sword, and told you about some shadowy figures near a vault. Okay. Now you don't know where the vault is. The city has hundreds of religious buildings, each one with its own graveyard to it. Okay.
Right,
Now there could be some more information given by somebody else to help you refine where to look for.
I'd like to go to see Professor Magoo, please.
Professor Magoo. Okay. I believe it wasn't Professor Magoo, but more like Professor Marlowe.
Yes.
If you're happy
Marlowe
to do
Magoo. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd like to go there. But actually, no, we should probably get our head down for a bit.
Yeah, very good. Very good.
Let's get a little bit of shy.
Okay, so the Lady Garden does have rooms available, much as
Nice.
Hands on Deck still has rooms available. Or there could be other taverns around the area or inns, hotels. You can bring up TripAdvisor and have a look, see which one. There might be close by as well. It's an abandoned haunted house, but it's got 5 stars. So.
I think we'd go to. Got any Premier Sins? Knocking about.
Unfortunately, not. No, the Premier Sins. There's a new one being built. That hasn't finished. It's still in a skeleton phase. Yeah,
we should probably
real skeletons.
Pop back to that brothel then. I mean, I like to frequent a place often to give it my patronage to support local communities fully.
Okay, right. You mentioned this to Quill, and Quill remains white as a sheet. He doesn't want to visit there, so he says, "Don't worry, I know a guy. I'll go and stay there. You feel free. I'll meet you at the Lady Garden in the morning."
All right. Fair enough, yeah.
He does take the lantern you gave him, and he runs as quick as he can towards any light source along the street, running as quick as he can between each little dot of light until he's eventually disappeared into the distance, and you're just on your own, okay? So you walk towards the tavern, like the all hands on deck, the brothel. You open the door, okay? Oh, he's back. How can we oblige your fantasies again, kind sir?
Right, let's go. This time we're going to do it well. All right. This is it because I've got a pocket full of change, like loads of it now. I've got my running shoes on. I want a room for the night, please. I want 12 hours in a room.
12 hours. Would you like to have any company, sir?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, all right. Okay. So again, as a parade of people and things come out, first of all in the line is a travel brochure to a Swiss resort. Okay, it's on a plinth. The plinth's nice. It's a nice plinth. Second in the queue, okay, is twins from the darkest depths of the land. They could do things you have never imagined. As you're looking at them, they are kissing each other, caressing each other, and beckoning you to join in with whatever weird, fucked up shit is going to go on.
Yeah, there are no more choices, are there? There's just them two, yeah.
And the third choice is Susan Boyle. She was there. She was singing for the night, but she's got involved. And she's like, "Okay, sign me up." And Susan's looking at you. She's licking her very thin lips. So, I'd like you to roll, please, Rob. Okay.
Why are her lips so thin?
They are slithers.
Oh, I shouldn't have come here. Okay.
What was it?
Critical success.
Oh my god! Yes. Well done. Well done.
Oh.
Okay. The
Okay.
twins, without any hesitation, grab you by.
Oh,
Right.
thank fuck for that. I thought we were going down boily.
No.
Oh,
no.
nice.
You
Okay.
got Susan Boyle as the mid-range of the,
Oh, see.
and then the travel brochure to the Swiss resort would have been anything very low. Okay, you could probably have fun with it, but get paper cuts.
Splinters.
So the twins, they grab you by the crotch, they pull you up the stairs. You have
Goodness.
no idea what's going to happen. Okay, and the door closes. The smell that comes out of that room that evening is disgusting. Okay. Even the owner is looking up, and he's looking up at the room, and he's got tears in his eyes. Like, he's going to have to fumigate after. Okay, which means
Nice.
the brothel will close after this. So much horrible stuff has occurred. It's seeped into the very fibers of every piece of wood in that brothel.
I feel like I've just won then, haven't I, really?
That really needs to happen. That's all that really needs to happen. So, on that note, we will end the first part of our journey.
I've got a semi though. You can't just leave me on a semi. I'm just imagining that the smells is like a newly tarred road or something.
It's like that mixed with I don't know, like Thai street food and and like
Eating like satay in a tarred road.
somebody who's like came into work with a roast dinner and they put it in the microwave and then they all that mixed together, you know, that's what's
Oh.
happening there. Yeah.
Fuck.
And skunk shit. So
And I'm just going to stay there till we next record our next part.
it is. So the next part will be a continuation of the story. So to summarize, our hero met some bandits on the road, got his fingers stuck in his eyes, but however, his sword saved him from one bandit, and he crushed another bandit in his legs. Poor Terry and Steve. Is it going to be the last we see of them? I bloody hope not. He meets a friendly gnome called Quill. Hey! And he seems to be quite smitten with our hero and wants to remain beside him. Okay. In the city, we know that our hero does like foxes. Any opportunity to get laid, he's there. But he finds the inn. He's found the origin of the letter that was sent to him. It's there's trouble happening in Arcadia. The crystal of purity or prosperity has been stolen, and it's his responsibility to find it. And he was put in the direction of a couple of people, Professor Marlowe, who is yet to visit, and Gideon, the blacksmith, who loves pink waiters and can't put long johns on correctly. And that's as far as we've got. So we will be doing this at the end of each month, and we'll be releasing the next part of the story. Okay, please stay with us. Join us for the next adventure. In the interim between the stories, you will have perfectly crafted episodes of conventional, in my humble opinion, standard and fair. So you can fill your boots up with that. We will be back next week with a conventional episode, but please tell your friends about the special episode. Make sure everybody listens at the end of each month to find out what the fuck is going on with Seraphim.
Yeah.
Like, is he really that noble? Because it seems that he just wants to get his end away.
Look, he's noble, but you know he needs to be refueled and
Refueled.
drained.
Okay. Can Rob's luck with the dice?
It has to.
Whenever he wants to kind of initiate coitus, he seems fairly lucky. But in situations of battle, can't even.
He's a lover, not a fighter. What can I say?
Case, yeah. I mean, in the first instance, trying to get your penis out really failed. So, yeah,
I was nervous. I'm nervous. Get your dick out.
You wanted to get your dick out. That was part of your game.
Yeah.
So yes, join us the end of each month for a D&D style story in my humble opinion special.
Yeah.
Big love to you all. If you do like the episode, please share it, follow on our social media. Let us know what you think as well. Did you enjoy the story and sort of step away from our usual stuff? Let us know. We want to hear your feedback. And if you do love it, just tell everyone about it. We make the stories even funnier as it goes on. Do not worry. This is only the beginning.
Yeah. This is
just visiting.
Oh, don't say that. I'm like, you're just literally tarring me.
Yes, it's the fun part is Rob has no idea still about what is to come. He's only just visited an inn. That's the first
been brothel twice, though. Come on, mate. 3 pubs in one day. It's like a little tour.
It was great fun. Yeah, you did it. So yeah, take care. I've been Paul or Quill Copperflick and supporting cast.
I've been Rob or Seraphim Stormcloak of noble heritage.
Really bigging up his armor, but obviously. And we will see you again next week. Take care.
See you later. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
You have been listening to the In My Humble Opinion podcast. Join us on Instagram by searching @humbleopinions_podcast or TikTok by searching @In My Humble Opinion podcast or viewing us on YouTube by searching In My Humble Opinion Pod or one word.